Hey my friend, welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited this week to bring you guys the Ralph Lauren inspired ideas all on a budget for your Christmas decorating. So this paint started out the projects. This is from my friend Nicole at Afraid Not. I'm going to put the link in the description below for you to find it if you want to buy some. But this is how I used it. So I had this vision for vintage ornaments and putting them all together in a dough bowl. So I grabbed some thrift store ornaments. It doesn't really matter the color because you are painting over them, but I would go with something that's already like a shimmery color, gold or silver, something of that nature. And it just kind of helps it when you're dabbing on this paint with a spouncer to shine through and make it look really vintagey. I added a little bit of baking soda. It's a fun trick to kind of make the paint stick better. And then I also blended a little bit of this darker brown paint color called Fudgesicle on top of each of the colors. It was a couple of different layers, and I'm going to warn you right now, it's a little bit addicting because it is so fun. Now, this is the holly berry color I was showing you, and after I did the brown layer, I did a red layer and then a brown layer and then another red layer. So it was holly berry, Fudgesicle, and then holly berry again. I ended up using tortoise and spruce for this project as well. And you can see those ornaments over to the side. Now you're going to want to try to dry these in between each layer, just using the heat tool of your choice. And like I mentioned, this is super, super addicting. I did give it pretty full coverage, but you can always go lighter depending on the color of the original ornament underneath. So I put these all together with ribbon into a dough bowl, and I love adding this tartan plaid throw to the dough bowl just to kind of give it that Ralph Lauren feel. And then these are 3 wooden thrifted Christmas trees that I grabbed while out thrifting this week, and a wood bead garland. No dough bowl would be complete without a wood bead garland. And then after that is when I added in all of the ornaments. They turned out so adorable. Again, I will link the paint below if you want to give it a whirl. It is my personal Southern Crush at Home collection over at Afraid Not. Now, you can add any greenery you want. This was just some greenery I had left over. Again, we are creating this look on a budget, so I absolutely love using things from Christmases past, including these free sweet gumballs. Are you familiar with those? I love just tossing them into the dough bowl here. At the end, I love the way this look came together. It is my first inspiration for you to create a Ralph Lauren looking Christmas on a budget. This is so fun, and I ended up adding just a really nice candle to this over on my entry table. I'd love to hear in the comments below what you think. Will you be trying something like this? Are you going to be incorporating any Ralph Lauren inspiration into your look this year? So for the second project, this is Dollar Tree wrapping paper. You heard me right. Dollar Tree has this beautiful Ralph Lauren inspired, I'm calling it plaid wrapping paper that you can do so many things with besides just wrapping your gifts. This little DIY is me wrapping another Dollar Tree book with this as a book stack for decor. Now, I am just eyeballing this, putting it together. There's probably a better way to wrap books. I know back in the day of high school, we used to cover our books with brown grocery store sacks, and that was always so much fun. And there are tons of ways to do this, like I mentioned, but this is just the way I'm doing it. I'm cutting out a little niche at the bottom for the spine part, and the rest I'm just eyeballing. I'm kind of trimming it to fit, adding the tape to the inside cover. And what's great about this little DIY is you can change it out for the seasons. Whatever you want to use for the wrapping paper, you can change it out anytime you want. So on this part, I'm just kind of folding in that little extra paper at the spine just to kind of tuck it in, and it's all neat. How cute is that? I absolutely love it, and I'm just going to stack it on another one of these Dollar Tree books. Putting together this little montage look on top of my hutch in my dining area. This is just a burlap sack Christmas tree, little evergreen greenery. I'm putting into a champagne bucket that is some tarnished silver. I left it tarnished. I like that look. You can always polish it, but this is definitely signature Ralph Lauren to have the silver and the greenery. And then of course I tucked a sweet little clip-on velvet ribbon bow in the front there. I'm going to show you some more ideas for that velvet ribbon bow in a second, but I wanted to show you how I added the book stack. And of course, another signature Ralph Lauren look is this, antler. And then I loved adding just a brown candle to a wreath to the side, so that you can kind of see how it all comes together here. I'd love to know in the comments below what you think. So this was just another idea. This is a place setting idea. I'm using a charger from the Dollar Tree along with some Blue Willow. It's kind of the unexpected. I told you guys that that's my new mantra, is something old, something new, something handmade, and something blue. And this brings all of that together. And again, I added another one of these dark green ribbon clip-on bows here. I will link those below in the comments as well. There are so many ways that you can use these throughout your decor to make it a Ralph Lauren Christmas. What do you think of this look and this idea? All right, speaking of those little ribbons, I was just wanting to show you how I ended up putting them on my Christmas tree. This pattern is super easy to do, and you can add as many bows as you want. You just add them in a die, a 5-die design. So it's going to be 2 on top, 2 on bottom, 1 in the middle. Speaking of bows, I did add some Ralph Lauren plaid. That is the big theme with Ralph Lauren, is the plaid. I'm loving this green and navy blue plaid ribbon. I made a bow and put it on just a regular magnolia wreath. I put a little bling in the center. This is some also dark green satin ribbon that I used for the bow. If you want to see how I love making my bows, I have another video here I'm going to share with you where I share my easy bow making process with you, and I have had so many people come back and tell me how helpful that video is. I made these 2 bows using the same exact method. I can't wait to see what you think. I hope you'll use some of this Ralph Lauren inspiration, and as always, I appreciate you, and thanks for watching the next video.